Hi guys, it's Mr. B here, and today we're going to be looking at how to divide fraction by whole numbers. Yeah, we're going to be looking at how we can divide a fraction by a whole number like this. Not decimal numbers, remember whole number is a number that doesn't have decimal place or fraction or anything else after it. So first what we're going to do is we're going to look at two questions, okay, and I'm going to use some little pictures to represent, to show us exactly why this is the right answer. Then I'm going to show you a trick to how you can do it without having to draw these pictures every time, because if we're getting a tens, hundreds, thousands, you're going to be there quite a while. Okay, so our first question here, we have a half divided by 2. So here I've drawn a square and I've broken it into two different halves, and I've shaded in one half because that's what we're starting with. So we have our one half here. Now what we're going to do is divide that by 2. So remember, when it's fractions, if we divide something, it has to be into equal parts. Okay, so if I divide this section into two equal parts, I have to divide this section as well. So you can see I've divided that half into two equal parts. I've divided it by 2. Okay, so now we can look, if we're sharing these out into two people, one person will get this and one person will get this. We know it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 parts there, so they would get a quarter each. Okay, so our answer would be a quarter. Because if we had a half and we were sharing that between two people, they would each get a quarter. Okay? Let's look down here with our third. So this time we've got 2/3. So I broke the shape into 3 equal parts, and I've got 2 different pieces shaded in, because that's what we've got. Now, step 1 is divide this shape into 3. So if I'm breaking this little box, okay, broken that into 3. I also have to break this box into 3 because our whole shape has to be broken into equal parts. So now I've broke that into 3. So we can see that each third that we have is broken into 3. Now if we're dividing it between 3 people, we need to see how much each person would get. And we can see one person could have 2 there, one person could have 2 there, and one person could have 2 there. But 2 what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's now broken into ninths, and we can share equally 2 ninths each to each person. So that would mean they would get 2 ninths. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these and see what rule we can come up with, so we don't have to draw a picture and maybe get ourselves mixed up. Okay? So, on the top with our numerators, our number on the top of the fraction, we can see they stayed the same. So there is the first part of our rule. When we create, when we divide a fraction by a whole number, our numerator, no matter what, is going to stay the same. Brilliant, no work for us to do. Now let's have a look on the bottom. Now, because I know my timetables, I know that 2 times 2 is 4. I know also that 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so there is the second part of our rule. What we have to do is times our denominator by the whole number we're dividing by. So if you're dividing by 3, you times your denominator by 3. Dividing by 2, you divide your denominator by 2. So on and so forth. You're dividing by 4, times by 4. You times it by 5, divided by 5, you times your denominator by 5. So now we've got a simple rule. What we do is we keep the numerator the same, and then we times the denominator by the number we're dividing by. Let's have a couple more examples just using the rule to make sure we've got it in our head. Right, okay, so I've got my rules up here. Number 1, keep the numerator the same, and number 2, then multiply the denominator by the number you are dividing by. We're going to do some little examples here. So, here we go, first one. So we're going to keep the numerator the same, okay? 3, easy job. And now we're going to multiply the denominator by the number we're dividing by. 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20, so my answer is 3/20. Okay? Now I've got 5/10 divided by 6. Rule 1, keep my numerator the same. Then I'm going to do 10 times 6, denominator times the number, and I will get 60. Obviously these fractions, if you wanted to simplify them down afterwards, of course you could. So it means we can do it even with bigger numbers here. Keeping our 74 hundredths divided by 9, we get 74 the same. We'll do 100 times 9, we get 74 900ths. 6/3 divided by 2. So what you can see here is we've got an improper fraction, but it still works exactly the same. So if you're not sure what improper fractions are mixed numbers, if you look up there, there'll be a link to one of the videos. Click on that, it'll show you exactly what improper fractions and mixed numbers are. But we do exactly the same. We keep our 6 on the top, and we divide our 3 times 2, which is 6. Now I know that's the same as 1, so it's 6, which is 1. So 6/3 divided by 2 means they get 1. Okay. Now, these ones are a little bit harder. We've got some mixed numbers. Now, there are 2 ways that you can do this, and there's 2 different situations I would use the different ones in. Remember, always with maths, use this, the method you find easiest and you're going to remember. If you get the right answer, it doesn't matter how you got there. Okay? So, if you get the wrong answer, it doesn't matter how you got there because you need to learn why you didn't. Okay, so 2 3/5 divided by 2. Now, the 2 ways you can do it is you can divide your whole number, then your fraction. So I could do 2 divided by 2, I know is 1. Now I'm going to divide my fraction. Numerator stays the same. 5 times 2 is 10. So my answer will be 1 3/10. But sometimes that'll not be always the easiest way. Let's have a look at this one here. 5 2/3 divided by 2. Now if I divide 5 by 2, I'm going to get a decimal number, or I could get remainders and stuff like that. It's going to get harder. So what we can do in that sense is we can convert this mixed fraction into an improper fraction to do our sum, and then if we wanted to, we can do it back again. Okay, so let's see how that looks again. On the video that was on previously, we'll show you how to swap between mixed numbers and improper fractions a little bit more in depth. Okay, so because I've got 2/3 here, I know I want to change my 5 into thirds. So I need to find out how many thirds are in 5. I know 1 has 3/3 because 3/3 is 1. Okay, so I'll do 3 times 5 to find out how many thirds are in 5. So 5 times 3 equals 15. So I know there are 15 thirds in 5. But I've also got my 2/3 here. Okay, which means I'm going to have 17 thirds. So now I know 5 2/3 is the same as 17 thirds. Again, if that was a bit quick, go to the video, convert between mixed fractions and improper fractions, and it will help you out. And now I've got that sum, which I know I can do. Easy. I know my 17's on the top, and I've a simple sum of 3 times 2, which is 6. So now I've got 17/16. Now if I was okay to leave my answer as an improper fraction, I could leave it there. Or I can convert it more likely back to my mixed number. Okay. So my answer is in the same format as the question was. Okay, so I had 17/6, so I need to find out how many 6s are in 17 to find out how many whole ones I've got. So I've got 6, 12, 18, can't go there, so I've only got 2 whole ones. And then I'm at 12, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 left. So that means I've got 5, 6. So I get my answer of 2 and 5, 6. Okay, now that answer, you might got to mix up with that part or that part. Again, go check that video on improper fractions and mixed numbers if you did. But that is how you divide by fractions by whole numbers. Right, so hopefully that video has helped you dividing fractions by whole numbers. Now, it does seem a bit scary when you see fractions being divided, because again, people don't like fractions. I do mention that a lot, but it does come across from children and from parents and from even teachers sometimes. Okay, but when you look at it, it's not as hard as it looks. I hope it's helped, and if it has, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any information, any help or so there you go, a video quickly showing you how to divide fractions by whole numbers, and I hope it helped out. If it has, please give it a thumbs up. Not as hard as it first looks. I know some children, parents, even teachers are frightened of fractions, but as you can see there, not as hard as it actually looks. If you do need any more help, put it in a comment, maybe message me through my Twitter or my Facebook, and of course, if you know anybody else that might find this helpful, share that out, and hopefully we can help as many people as we can. And if you haven't already, obviously subscribe to the channel, and the English and maths videos that I put out, if they're going to help you, you'll get to see them first. Until next time, see you later.